Assalamu alaikum students, this is Farwa Batool, your O-level computer science instructor, and welcome to another video. So we have started the topic of trace tables in my previous video. In this video, we are going to do the same worked example for a different activity. So now this is activity 7.12 in which you have a different set of test data. Here you can see that the test data is 400, 800, 190, 170, 300, 110, 600, 150, and 130. So these are the 10 integer values that you will give as an input to the user. And the flowchart is the same that we used in the previous example or in the previous video. If you want to see that, it's better for you go ahead and see the previous video first to know that what are trace tables and why there is a need to dry run the algorithm. Then it's better to watch this video after that, the first one. Now, quickly see this flowchart over here. This flowchart is basically designed in order to find out the highest and the lowest value in your test data. Let's suppose there are 10 numbers that you are giving in your algorithm as an input, then the result after working through the algorithm, you will get the smallest and the largest value of your test data or the input data. Now, let's quickly do it for the given test data. The first value is 400. Look at here. The values for the variables A, B, C. There are three variables here in the first step, A, B, C, which are assigned the values 0, 0, 100. So you can easily see that in the variable column A, B, and C. In trace table, you have to make the column for each of the variables that are used in the algorithm. So here three variables are mentioned A, B, C, and the values initiated or assigned to these variables initially are 0, 0, 100. So look at this. I have written over here variable A has a value 0, B has 0, and C is assigned a value 100. Now in the next step, when you are going for an input value x. Input x means that the algorithm is going to take some data from outside or from a user. So the first data is 400. Look at your test data. Test data is basically the input data that you give to your algorithm to see its purpose or to see whether the algorithm is working the way it should or not. So the test data is 400 for the first value of x. Put this in the variable x here. Why I have set a column x? Because x, the first thing, it is an input variable. Whatever the input is given to the algorithm, it will be saved in the variable x. So you have to set a column for your input data as well. Now, quickly see the next step. There is another column also. Let me quickly tell you about this output. Output is basically when you are going to work through the algorithm and the final result over here, that is output B comma C. This will be recorded in the trace table at the end of the dry run of your algorithm. Now, initially the output is set to 10, which is, I think it's an incorrect value because initially the output can be nothing. So maybe it is misprinted. Now look at here. Let's do for the value 400. Go down when you have taken x as an input, which has assigned a value 400. Now you have to compare this value with variable B and C. You have to see for this condition. X is greater than B. Let's write down the actual numeric values for x, which is 400. And see if 400 is greater than the value of B. The value of B assigned initially is 0. Is 400 greater than 0? When the condition is true, you are going here. Yes. Yes means that the condition is true. Now here what you will do, you will assign the value x to variable b. So the value of x is 400 in this step. 400 is assigned to variable b. Whenever there is a changes in the values of the variables, you have to record it in your trace table. So look at here, in variable b, I will record these changes. Now 400 is the next value for variable b. Now go down. Here you are going to compare variable x with the value c. Value of variable c is 0. Now see if 400 is less than 0. No, 400 is not less than 0. So when it is false, you will go down to no. You will follow the path of no. If the condition is true, you have to follow the path of yes. And if the condition is false, you have to follow the path of no. So we will go down here. And this A, here the value of A is basically incremented. Incremented means that whatever the value of A is, it is 0 initially, you will add 1 to the previous value of A. Sorry for this. So 0 plus 1 is going to be 1. So you can see that the value of A is incremented. From 0, it is changed to 1. Since there is a change in the value of variable A, so you have to record this change in the trace table. Now, this is done. Let's go down. Let's see if A, the value of A is just incremented. Now it is 1. 1 is less than 10, which is true. Remember that when the condition is true, you have to follow the path of yes. So you will again go for the next iteration since your exit condition is not satisfied. This is the exit condition for your loop. When the value of A is less than 10, you will continuously working within the loop. But when this condition is false, you will go down and the loop will be terminated. Okay, now I am removing all this to do for the next iteration. Look at the next value for your input data or the test data, that is 800. Now this 800 is assigned to variable x. Since there is a change in variable x, so you have to write down in the column of variable x 800. Now let's do for the value 800 the same calculations. Is 800 greater than the value of b? Here you have to take the last changed value of variable b, that is 400. So look at this, 800 is greater than 400, which is true. Since it is true, so you will follow the path of yes. Now b is again assigned with the variable, with the value of variable x, that is 800 now. So since there is a change in variable b value, you have to record it in your table. Quickly writing down 800 in variable b. Now let's go down and see for variable c. Now 800 is less than, the variable c is still 100. There is no change in variable c. 800 is less than 100, which is not true. Since it is false, you have to go down. And when you go down, you have to increment the value of variable a. The last changed value of variable a is 1. So 1 plus 1 is going to be 2 now. So write down 2 in variable a column. Next, look at this. Now see for the condition 2 is less than 10. Yes, this is true. Follow the path of yes. This is how you have to do for each of the value of your input data. Now the next value is going to be 190. Write down 190 in variable x because that is your input data now. I'm quickly removing all this so that the working will be clear to you for the next iteration. Now the variable x is assigned a value 900. Let's do for 900. Sorry. It's not 900. It's 190. Okay. So let's see. 190 is greater than the value of b is 800. 190 is not greater than 800, so it is false. When it is false, go down. Now compare 190 with the value of C. The value of C is 100. That is the initial value of C. Since 190 is not less than 100, let's go down and increment the value of A. The previous value of A is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Let's write down these changes in the trace table for variable A. Now compare if 3 is less than 10. Since 3 is less than 10, follow the path of yes. Okay, let's do it for the next value of your test data. Quickly removing all of this work. The next value of variable x is going to be 170. Write down in your table and let's do the working for 170. 170 is greater than b. The value of b variable is 800. You have to see the last changed value of the variable, that is 800. Since 170 is not greater than 800, so you will go down. Then here again 170 will be compared with the value of C, which is 100. Since 170 is not less than 100, it is false, go down. Now increment the value of A. The last changed value of A is 3. So 3 plus 1 is 4 now. Quickly write down 4 in variable A and then compare if 4 is less than 10. Yes, this is less than 10, so you have to go up. Follow the path of yes. Now let's do for the next value of your test data, that is 300. The value of x is 300 in this case. Let's record it in the trace table. Now see if 300 is greater than the value of b, which is 800. No, it's false. Go down. See if 300 is less than the value of c, which is 100. No, it is false. Go down. Increment the value of A. The last value of A was 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Record the changes in the trace table. Go down. 5 less than 10. 5 is less than 10, which is true. So you have to go up and do for the next iteration. Okay, so the next value of variable x will be, after 300, it is given 110. So write down 110 in your table, quickly removing everything over here so you can see the working clearly. Now the next value is 110. So let's do it for 110. 110 is greater than the value of b, which is 800. Since the condition is false, you will go down. 110 is less than 100. Since the second condition is also false, you will go down and increment the value of A. The value of A is 5 in the previous iteration. So 5 plus 1 is going to be 6. Quickly record the changes in variable A. Then see if 6 is less than 10 or not. Since the condition is true, so you will go up. So let's quickly do for the next iteration, that is the next value of x is 600. Look at your test data. After 300, after 110, it is 600 now. Let me quickly remove everything. Let's do for the next value, which is 600. Okay. Let's see if 600 is greater than 800. No, false. If 600 is less than 100. No, it is also false. Go down, increment the value of A. Since the last value of A was 6, 6 plus 1 is going to be 7. So, write down 7 in your trace table, then 7 is less than 10, which is true. When it is true, follow the path of yes. Now see for the next value of your test data after 600, it is 150. Write down 150 in your trace table and let's do the working for this 600. Quickly remove all this. Now for 600, check if 600 is, no. Right now the value is 150, not 600. We have already done for 600. Sorry for this. Quickly writing down 150 now. So, is 150 greater than 800, which is the value for variable B? Since the condition is false, go down. Look at this. Is 150 less than 100? No, this is false again. Go down. When it is false, there is no change in the values of variable B and C. Now quickly increment the value of variable A, 7 plus 1. It is 8 now. Okay. Write down 8 in variable A. Now see if 8 is less than 10. Yes, 8 is less than 10. Go up and do for the next value of your test data, that is 130. Write down 130 in the variable X because variable X is used to store the test data or the input data. Let's do it for 130 now. Is 130 greater than 800? No. Go down. Is 130 less than 100? No. Let's go down. Increment the value of A. The last value of A is 8. So 8 plus 1 is 9 now. See if 9 is less than 10. Yes, 9 is less than 10. Go up. Write down the value of variable A, which is 9, and changed the next value. Now let's do for the last test data, that is 900. Quickly write down 900 in variable X. Now do for 900. 900 is greater than 800. Now this is true. Since 900 is greater than 800, it's a yes. So you will change the value of B to 900 now. The value of X, that is 900, is now assigned to variable B. So let's record these changes in variable B. Go down, see for the next condition. Is 900 less than 100? No, this is false. Go down. A is A plus 1. That is incremented. The value of A is 9. So 9 plus 1 is going to be 10 now. So the value of A is 10 in this iteration. Now look at this. 10 less than 10. This condition is false now because 10 is not less than 10. On the other hand, 10 is equals to 10. So the condition is false. You have to go down and look. Here you have output B comma C. Now in the next step, you will write down in the output column the value of variable B. The last value that is changed for variable B is 900. And since there is no changes in variable C, so we will write 100. No need for writing the comma because remember that the comma is a part of your programming or your line of code. It is not the part of your output. So B and C values will be printed on your screen. The value of variable C remains 100. Now, there is a drawback of this um, flowchart. What is that? Since the purpose of this flowchart was to find out the smallest and the largest values of your test data. So you can see that the test data that is given to us has the smallest value 110, which is not recorded in your output. The output is saying that the smallest value is 100. Why? Because we have assigned the value 100 to the variable c. However, variable c is used for the smallest value of test data. So, in this case, you can also find out the error in your algorithm. It is very, very clear that this algorithm is not true for the values, the smallest values of your test data. Uh, if the smallest value is greater than 100, then this flowchart will be like it will not work. It will never able to detect the smallest value if the smallest value of your test data is greater than 100. I hope that you are getting my point, because the variable that we used for the smallest value is c, and we have already assigned the value 100 to variable c. So in the test data, if the value, the smallest value is greater than 100, so it will never be detected in your output that what is the smallest value of your test data. So we need to make some changes in this variable, but here I gave you one point that trace tables are also used to detect errors in your algorithm. So that's why it is very, very important to have a strong grip on this topic. Stay tuned, stay connected, and do not forget to subscribe the channel. Bye bye.